Hello, greetings everyone. Welcome to another video. My name is Osvaldo Torres. I am the director of the Experiential Hospitality Company, and we offer training and consultancy services to different hotels around the world. Today, we want to talk about a special department, and according to me, one of the most important department in a hotel. I am talking about the food and beverage department. We are human beings and we have in our body a lot of organs, right? But there is one that is very important. I would say the most important one. It is our brain, right? So, brain is important because it is going to let us be alive. It's going to protect us and it's going to help us adapt to the environment where we're going to be in, uh, among some other functions. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of information from our brains until the 90s, the last century. So, because of the development of different neuroimaging techniques, we could start studying the brain in uh, in human beings. I mean, in human beings who were alive. So we have to wait for someone to die to study the brain at that time. But from the 90s on, so we could we could start just studying the brain. I mean, uh, in every single human being. All right. So neuroscience says that the brain consumes a lot of energy. So, and this energy is necessary to do all the functions that we were talking about. It is said about 20% of the total energy in our body, which is a lot. And the main source of this energy is coming from the carbohydrates. I am talking about pasta, ice creams, candies, cakes, chocolates, and so on. So that's why when we are kids and we loved to eat those kind of food, right? So why? Because when we were kids, okay, we were trying to create and to develop our inner structure, and we need to consume a lot of energies. So that's why you can see that kids love to eat sugar, candies, ice creams, cake, all right? And when they do that, they enjoy it a lot. And you can see a kid, for instance, just eating an ice cream and at the same time he or she's dancing. Interesting, because the brain is enjoying it, all right? So, and energy is very important as well for one of the most important process we do as human being. I am talking about the decision making process. We are always taking decisions in our life since we wake up in the morning until we go to bed, right? So I want to stress that and highlight that the energy is important in our life. So it's important just to have some sources where we can get them, right? So, but something very important it is that we remember Okay, and it's very hard to forget. Okay, these sources of energy. For instance, if I ask you, do you remember what you ate yesterday? So you will remember it for sure, all right? But you will remember not only what you ate, but also you will remember the place where you did it, and you will remember as well the surrounding you ate. Why? Because as the fact of getting energy is so important for the brain because it is the only way he could do all its function. That's why he pays a special attention to the whole environment where he is trying to get this energy. So that's why the food and beverage department in a hotel is quite important because when the guest is just at a restaurant, when the guest is just seated in front of a table, just trying to get some food, trying to take some drinks, it is not only the fact that he or she is trying to get some energy. His or her brain is going to pay attention to all that is going to happen around him. And what happened will last as a very special memory. So that's why we have to pay attention when we serve a guest in a restaurant, not only pay attention to the kind of food or drink he's taking, but also what is happening around him or her. We have to pay attention as well to our behavior, to the way we uh, assist the guest, the way we are going to behave towards the guest at that moment. At the moment, he or she is just getting some food in order to get some energies. So, in some other words, every time you see a guest in front of a table eating, do not think that he or she's doing this only because he or she needs the energy. He's doing that because that is going to be essential for him or for her. And that is going to be quite important for his or her brain. So pay attention that he is going to remark every single detail that is going to happen around him. And this will come as associated memories when he or she remember what he or she had at the restaurant. So that's why I am convinced that the food and beverage department is a key department in a hotel because it's a department that is going to create memories, memories that are going to be associated with a important human behavior, which is to get some energy. Unfortunately, in some companies, food and beverage department is understaffed, and sometimes they have a high rate of employee turnover. And when we see that, we wonder why. Why the companies do not pay special attention to this department. Maybe because they don't know the important role of the food and beverage department for the brain and how it's going and how the brain is going to keep what is happening around him when he is just getting some energies. I hope that if some of you who work in this department could transmit this information, this different view of what the food and beverage department is, and just to try to um, give the guest what they deserve in terms, not only in terms of energy, talking about the food and the drinks, but also in terms of a pleasant environment to try to become the food and beverage experience in a unique and everlasting experience. Well, I hope that this talk has been interesting for you. As I told you, I've got more than 13 years of experience just doing this, but in Spanish. So it's going to be a huge challenge for me in English. So I really want you to I want to apologize for the mistakes that I can do in English, but that will be better at the same time. I really appreciate your attention. I would appreciate your comments if you want to send some comments to me. So you can do it to my email address, which is hotelps@gmail.com, or you can visit my website at www.hotelguestexperience.com. So, wish you all the very best, and we will see you, or I will see you in a new video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.